Our team includes specialists with expertise in website design, website development, third-party integrations, and web marketing that include search engine optimization, email outreach campaigns, inbound marketing lead nurturing campaigns, and marketing automation integration. As an organization, it's important to determine where to spend your limited financial and time resources. If you think of your website like a piece of property that will grow in value over time, then you'll likely devote the appropriate resources to its development. A website can serve as a 24/7 marketing device, sales agent, and staff member. Integration of marketing automation or software integration can ease the burden of nonprofit or association new member onboarding and other activities. The better you can convert your audience to leads, members, donors, or constituents, the more cost-effective your website will be for your organization. It will also help your organization to grow. As we walk through this presentation, I've noted questions that I think your website visitors may ask themselves as they travel through your website. Before you improve website conversion rates, you have to get visitors to your website. So I want to cover a few basic barriers to getting traffic to your website. This webinar is focused on website design and messaging, so I will leave most website marketing elements for future webinars. However, having a website property without doing some kind of marketing is like having a brick and mortar store with no outside signage. People may stumble upon it by accident or be referred there. However, people who don't know you or what you do may never find you. All of your organization's marketing efforts should drive people back to the website where you talk about your organization, promote events, take donations, and get new members to join. The number one roadblock to people getting to your website is the lack of a security certificate, and the fix is very easy. Not having a security certificate for your website is like if a huge sinkhole opened in front of your store and there was yellow tape and warning signs around the hole with no way to get into the store without crossing over the hole. If you don't have a security certificate, many browsers will display a warning to your visitors that the site is not secure. When people see that warning, they may leave if they don't know how to get past it. The fix is to purchase a security certificate from your hosting company and have your developer force the certificate throughout the website. A security certificate can range from $5 a year to $300 a year or more. If you're not doing e-commerce on the website, a less costly certificate is fine to satisfy the need. Please note that Google will penalize your site in the search results if you lack a security certificate. It's 2022, and with the number of people who use mobile devices, your website should be mobile friendly. Responsive design websites adjust to the device that they're viewed on. The default WordPress templates that many developers use may not produce an ideal mobile experience. If you want to improve mobile conversion rates, take a look at your mobile forms and make sure the fields are large and easy for people with fat fingers like me to type into. When people get frustrated, they will abandon a website. Now, with website forms, often the goal of a website is to start the conversation. Ask yourself, is a long online form really needed at this stage of the buyer's journey? Requiring many mandatory fields in order to submit the form will reduce the conversion rate. If forms aren't filled out, remove them. I often see review or feedback forms on websites, and when I ask the website owner about them, they say that they're almost never used. When people arrive on your homepage, you have 3 to 5 seconds to get their attention. So what is your headline? Think like a newspaper. When someone reads the headline, will they understand what your organization does and who you serve? When I finish reviewing your homepage, I should have a basic idea of who you help, how you help or serve, why you help, and why I should care. If you use tall headers on every page of your website that require a lot of scrolling to get to the meat of the page, you may lose people. It's rare that large banner internal page photos or images are needed. People want to get to the content on internal pages right away. Leave the photos for within the body of the content. That will also help improve long text-only pages to make them more compelling. Social media icons don't belong in the header because they're not the main purpose of the page. And by putting them in the header, you're detracting from the most essential elements of the website, including your website navigation. Typically, we'll put them in the footer of the website. Website copy that fails to describe your unique selling proposition or that uses trite language will quickly lose website visitors. Use friendly images and copy rather than welcome to our website text to be welcoming. Speaking with copy that's all about you rather than the problems of your audience and how you can help them solve concerns may also turn away visitors. Light or small size fonts can be a challenge for visitors to read. And if your website has too many colors in fonts and in other aspects, it can distract from your messaging. What things cause confusion, reduce user engagement, and impact website conversion? Well, if your organization uses organization acronyms or unclear messaging, then your message may be diluted or passed over. Too much text on a page without any images or video will result in less user engagement. Homepage slideshows are quite tricky. The slideshow should help clarify aspects of your organization rather than communicate detailed information. The details belong in panels lower on the page or internal pages. And it's hard to get the timing of slideshows right. Too fast, and people can't read the copy or absorb the message. Too slow, and they may not stay on the page long enough to see all the slides. I saw an association website with 6 slides, and to watch the full slideshow took 40 seconds, which is an eternity in the world of the web. Oftentimes, organizations present too many slides. What is considered too many? I suggest 3 slides as a maximum, and the copy for each slide should be as little as possible to get across the message. The more copy you have, the slower the slides need to turn. And details about events should go on an events page or in a blog post or a panel below the main messaging slides. Slides may be good for drawing attention to an upcoming event, but not for providing every detail. Also, slow loading website pages will turn away visitors and impact your Google page ranking. You don't need the highest image resolution. It takes a long time to load for the web. Now, when it comes to newsletter signups, people ask themselves, why should I sign up? What will I get out of this? Are you going to spam me? Your privacy policy can have a huge impact on your email conversions. In one experiment, it was found that changing the wording just slightly resulted in a 19% increase in form conversions. Just because you have a massive pop-up that covers the whole screen doesn't mean your website conversion will improve. This is an example from the SPCA International website. Google doesn't like content that covers the headlines on the page, and visitors to your website don't either. When it comes to newsletter sign-up forms, you need to give people a chance to understand your organization before you push them to sign up for a newsletter. Let them know why they should sign up. What information will they receive? What will you do with their email address? Will you over-communicate with them? It seems apparent that that's what's going to happen on this website. Lower on the homepage, there's another large panel for email sign-up on the SPCA site. I love pictorial navigation, the boxes on the page to direct people with text and images to internal pages. However, there are so many visual and text options on this page that it's overwhelming. To improve conversion, give people a chance to get to know you before you provide volumes of detailed information. Associations and nonprofits often use a 3-column format for copy on their websites. They try to present so much information on the homepage that reading the content is tough. There's a reason that novels are pages of long sentences rather than 2 or 3 columns. It's because they're easier to read. In today's online world, people are used to scrolling, and the use of panels for each topic is considered best practice. In one experiment, there was a 681% increase in conversions when changing from a multiple column layout to a single column. Make sure site navigation is simple and seamless. In general, every page of your website should be accessible through the main navigation menu, either in the top level or in the drop-down menu. Try to group pages in easy-to-understand menu categories. As far as social media feeds, generally they're not a good idea to have on the homepage, although there may be exceptions. They often take away from your main messaging and they are unattractive. However, if they're lower on the homepage, they can provide a valuable purpose. If you want to get an idea of how you can improve the conversion on your website, there is a third-party software called Hotjar, and there is a free version you can try to see how your website visitors navigate your website. Now, Hotjar has 2 features. This snapshot is a compilation of multiple site visitors to an e-commerce website. And the heat map shows the most viewed sections for the homepage in red. Hotjar also records individual user sessions that can be viewed, so you can watch users mouse over the screen of either their desktop or mobile device. The red line represents the user actually moving their mouse or finger across the screen as they look at images or text. These videos can uncover website issues that may be preventing users from filling out contact forms or from purchasing courses or event tickets. We used this feature for one of our new e-commerce marketing clients and uncovered a user experience flaw in the shopping cart that prevented users from buying their product. It was a quick fix to get the site to allow purchasing. The next topic is images. Common issues with images are those that are blurry, too small, or too large for the page, and images that don't match the messaging on the page. I recently saw an About Us page for a company, and the headshot was about the size of a 5x7 photograph. Individual staff headshots should be an accent rather than a focus of the content. The website we developed for a nonprofit, as shown here, really pops because it uses compelling and sharp, colorful images, as well as specific text headlines for each panel. Continuing with the topic of images, the photo of the woman on this slide is well lit and composed. However, the lack of a smile and the crossed arms don't project comfort or acceptance. Photos of staff and other people with crossed arms on websites is something common and should be avoided. Pages with a lot of copy and few or no images are hard to read and don't create interest. Overused stock images can make the message a cliche, such as law firms who use the scales of justice. Outdated team or staff photos take away from the professionalism of the presentation. If the clothes and haircuts of your website photos look like an episode of Magnum PI, MacGyver, or one day at a time, then you know it's time for an update. For group shots, make sure people aren't doing the fig leaf pose or are so far away that you can't see their faces. Where should I go to next? People don't read a website like a book. In order to improve conversion, you need to guide them through the website. After the home page, the About Us page is often the second most visited page. But businesses and organizations typically leave people stranded on the About Us page because they don't link to a services section or events or become a member or member benefits pages. So make sure you link to other sections of the website from your internal pages. Make it easy to contact you. You know, I often see home pages of organizations designed to help and support people in the community, and their phone number isn't even in the header. Often one is forced to visit the Contact Us page to get a phone number or scroll to the very bottom of the home page in order to get a phone number. If you are linking off the website in the same window instead of a new window, that means that someone has left your website and has lost focus. So make sure that you're opening in a new window on text links. I love a frequently asked questions page with answers that link to other parts of the website. Many websites have an FAQ page, but they don't link to other sections of the website. By doing that, you're missing an opportunity to improve conversion. So video on a homepage. I love a short video, like a corporate overview or organization video, because it increases the dwell time, the amount of time people will spend on the website, and can help clarify your organization's goals and objectives and who you help in a way that text and images can't. Having a video on your homepage can increase your conversion rate by 80%. And on average, 45% of the people who start a video will finish watching it, regardless of its length. Now, if it's less than a minute, more than 2/3 will watch it all the way through. And the other great thing about videos is they can be social proof for your organization. Now, a good testimonial is very specific. It's not, hey, Sally was great, but rather Sally was helpful in explaining the details of the registration process and showing me how to navigate the online form. For career pages, culture videos can give your potential applicants a feel for your organization. And many people searching for careers expect to learn about the organization on your website, and video can be a compelling way to do that. The next topic is user intent and user engagement. Google is working to deliver a more human-focused search experience that helps users answer a question or solve a problem. Do your pages help users accomplish those goals? If so, then your conversion rates will be strong. Long pages that are compelling, informative, and visually appealing are the pages that Google will serve up and that will convert your visitors. Here's an example of a long-form page that provides a lot of information to help answer the question, what do I need to know about remodeling my bathroom? Something that will impact your conversion rates and that most organizations and companies don't pay enough attention to are reviews that are out on the web. If you look at Powered by Action, they have a 3.0 out of 5 for their review average, but they only have 2 reviews. In fact, the one at the bottom has no reviews. If you have no reviews or very few reviews, a negative review has a very significant impact. One way to overcome this is to encourage your audience, your constituents, board members, etc., to leave positive reviews in social media. You know, as I dug into Powered by Action, they had a 5.0 review and a 1-star review that appears to be spam. But because they only have 2 reviews, it had a big impact. Don't forget too, you're going to have the possibility of disgruntled employees. who may leave negative reviews. So if you only have one review and it's a one-star review from an employee, it's going to have a significant impact. As I was preparing for this presentation, I came across a list of nonprofit organizations in Memphis, Tennessee, and I clicked on a website link to Hands On Memphis, and what came up made it obvious that the website had been hacked. Now, if your organization is using the WordPress content management system, it's critical that the plugins and the WordPress platform get updated as soon as there are new releases of the software. If not, you'll be vulnerable to attacks because WordPress is one of the most widely hacked website platforms because it is so widely used. So speak with your developer or make sure your organization does it yourselves. I know that for our customers, we provide a service that does those updates as they become available, as frequently as weekly. So that's all I have for my topic today about how to improve your website conversion rates. And I'm going to now open up the floor for questions and answers.